To know your place.
These are the Black Hebrew Israelites, the most racist.
Freedom Georgia boy. Freedom Georgia boy.
ISUPK presents the Lord's 56th annual Passover going down right here in Atlanta, Georgia. We got a whole bunch of events lined up for y'all, including the annual lamb slaughter. You already know. Then it's the Hebrew Academy trial. Oh boy. Next we got the children's party. Then you know we got General Muhammad's scripture breakdown class and the Hebrew Academy graduation. The Lord's 56th annual Passover. Pay your Passover fee. It's only $200 to get all these exclusive events. Real black culture. The general's in attendance and the stage is set. It's going down. April the 12th in Atlanta, Georgia. This event is only for the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indigenous people. We got a week full of events from April the 9th and the 13th. But remember, you got to pay that Passover fee. It's only $200 to get every event exclusively. Here's the itinerary for the Lord's 56th annual Passover. April the 9th is the annual lamb slaughter. April the 10th is the kids party. At 7 p.m. later that night, General Muhammad's scripture breakdown class. April the 11th, the Hebrew Academy graduation. Later that night at 8 p.m. is the all-black party. April the 12th is the Lord's 56th annual Passover. April the 13th is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. $200, 17 years or older, pay your Passover fee. See you in Atlanta, Israel. Shalom.
Practice Officer 5000, Jeremiah Yada, Camp Leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025. Starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Community Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes, seeing their faces, and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through, and seeing the kingdom, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Love.
At the infamous Friday, you already know it's April the 11th in Atlanta, Georgia, at the infamous Classic Atrium. ISUPK presents the All Black Party with live performances by
You'll never see another
King
nigga like
Ty.
this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night.
144. Nakawa.
Niggas snitching in the act like this. That's why we unaffiliated.
Shaw. Natazar.
We in the game, coach. Fuck you talking, hey?
Special guest from China Monet. And Georgia's own Pastor Troy. 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. You already know ISUPK.com. Shalom.
Academy Aquatic Training. Shalom. Hebrew Academy Aquatic Training, DC, Baltimore, Virginia. Let's get it.
Passover, that's in the Bible. That's when the Lord unalived the African babies to save the Israelites. Oh, wait, the nigga leave. This the Captain Tazar. This the Captain Tazar. Y'all talk heavy show. I made my man Devin get off the camera. This is a badass show. But yeah, we're gonna be in Atlanta April 12th for the Lord's Passover.
Drop it. Y'all invited. Doing the Lord's
That's right,
work.
doing the Lord's work. That's what we
Hey,
do.
listen.
So we keep the Passover. So every year you have a Passover. That's in the Bible. That's when the Lord unalived the African babies to save the Israelites. Oh, wait, the nigga leave. This the Captain Tazar. This the Captain Tazar. Y'all talk heavy show. I made my man Devin get off the camera. This is a badass show. But yeah, we're gonna be in Atlanta April 12th for the Lord's Passover.
Drop it.
Y'all invited.
Doing the Lord's
That's
work.
right, doing the Lord's work. That's what we
Hey,
do.
listen.
Babysitting services for free for anyone that pays their $200 Passover. Shalom. This year for the 56th annual Passover, Commanding Junior Hana will be offering babysitting services for free for anyone that pays their $200 Passover fee. For paid babysitting and registration for babysitting, please contact Officer Yardan at 773-970-4343. Shalom. Shalom. This year for the 56th annual Passover, Commanding Junior Hana will be offering babysitting services for free for anyone that pays their $200 Passover fee. For paid babysitting and registration for babysitting, please contact Officer Yardan at 773-970-4343. Shalom.
Shalom, Israel. ISUPK presents the Lord's 56th annual Passover going down right here in Atlanta, Georgia. We got a whole bunch of events lined up for y'all, including the annual lamb slaughter. You already know. Then it's the Hebrew Academy trial. Oh boy. Next we got the children's party. Then you know we got Jerome Muhammad's scripture breakdown class and the Hebrew Academy graduation. The Lord's 56th annual Passover. Pay your Passover fee. It's only $200 to get all these exclusive events. Real black culture. The general's in attendance and the stage is set. It's going down. April the 12th in Atlanta, Atlanta, Georgia. This event is only for the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indigenous people. We got a week full of events from April the 9th and the 13th. But remember, you gotta pay that Passover fee. It's only $200 to get every event exclusively. Here's the itinerary for the Lord's 56th annual Passover. April the 9th is the annual lamb slaughter. April the 10th is the kids party. At 7 p.m. later that night, Jerome Muhammad's scripture breakdown class. April the 11th, the Hebrew Academy graduation. Later that night at 8 p.m. is the all-black party. April the 12th is the Lord's 56th annual Passover. April the 13th is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. $200, 17 years or older, pay your Passover fee. See you in Atlanta, Israel. Shalom. Friday. You already know it's April the 11th in Atlanta, Georgia, at the infamous Classic Atrium. ISUPK presents the All-Black Party with live performances by King Ty, 144, Nakawa,
that's why we undefeated.
Shaw, Natazai,
We in the game, coach. Fuck you talking, hey?
special guest from China Monet, and Georgia's own Pastor Troy. 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. You already know ISUPK.com. Shalom.
Right, this Officer 5000, Jeremiah Yachty, Camp Leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025. Starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the black party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Community Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. And no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes, seeing their faces, and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through, and seeing the kingdom of man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
Shalom. This year for the 56th annual Passover, Commanding Junior Hana will be offering babysitting services for free for anyone that pays their $200 Passover fee. For paid babysitting and registration for babysitting, please contact Officer Yardan at
773-970-4343.
Shalom.
So we're here to tell you, man. You know what I'm saying? Get with us, man.
That's right.
know what I'm saying? We got a whole list of information here for you. You know what I'm saying? We're teaching you right here the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Right. On high against who?
Above all nations of the earth.
Right. You know what that means?
Right.
Family. You are more important than everybody else out here in this kingdom, man.
That's right.
The earth is for us.
That's
Blacks,
right.
Latinos, Native Americans, nobody else.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to be high above all nations. So we're here to tell you, man. You know what I'm saying? Get with us, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We got a whole list of information here for you. You know what I'm saying? We're teaching you right here the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Right. On high against who?
Above all nations of the earth.
Right. You know what that means?
Right.
Family. You are more important than everybody else out here in this kingdom, man.
That's right.
The earth is for us.
That's right.
Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, nobody else.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to be high above all nations.
So you're saying that Jesus, the Bible says Jesus is God. Jesus out his own mouth said he's not God. So if Jesus says he's not God, does your point still hold?
Where does Jesus say, I am not co-substantial with the Father, and telling that I am not God?
John 20.
Not in those verbatim words.
John 20:17. Jesus said unto her, this is after he resurrected. He said, Jesus said unto her, touch me not, for I am not yet ascended to my Father, but go to my brethren and say unto them, I ascend unto my Father and your Father, and to my God and to your God. This is after he is resurrected. So Jesus Christ wasn't teaching that he is God. He teaches that he had a God. Now you go ahead.
No problem.
All right. So you're saying that Jesus, the Bible says Jesus is God. Jesus out his own mouth said he's not God. So if Jesus says he's not God, does your point still hold?
Where does Jesus say, I am not co-substantial with the Father, and telling that I am not God?
John 20.
Not in those verbatim words.
John 20:17. Jesus said unto her, this is after he resurrected. He said, Jesus said unto her, touch me not, for I am not yet ascended to my Father, but go to my brethren and say unto them, I ascend unto my Father and your Father, and to my God and to your God. This is after he is resurrected. So Jesus Christ wasn't teaching that he is God. He teaches that he had a God. Now you go ahead.
No problem.
All right. So you're saying that Jesus, the Bible says Jesus is God. Jesus out his own mouth said he's not God. So if Jesus says he's not God, does your point still hold?
Where does Jesus say, I am not co-substantial with the Father, and telling that I am not God?
John 20.
Not in those verbatim words.
John 20:17. Jesus said unto her, this is after he resurrected. He said, Jesus said unto her, touch me not, for I am not yet ascended to my Father, but go to my brethren and say unto them, I ascend unto my Father and your Father, and to my God and to your God. This is after he is resurrected. So Jesus Christ wasn't teaching that he is God. He teaches that he had a God. Now you go ahead.
No problem.
All right. So you're
Friday. You already know it's April the 11th in Atlanta, Georgia, at the infamous Classic Atrium. ISUPK presents the All Black Party with live performances by King Ty, 144, Nakawa,
Snitching in the act like this. That's why we unaffiliated.
Shaw,
If for more, right, that's good.
Natazai,
We in the game, coach. Fuck you started, hey?
Special guest from China Monet and Georgia's own Pastor Troy. 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. You already know ISUK.com. Shalom. ISUPK presents the Lord's 56th annual Passover going down right here in Atlanta, Georgia. We got a whole bunch of events lined up for y'all, including the annual lamb slaughter. You already know. Then it's the Hebrew Academy trial. Oh boy. Next we got the children's party. Then you know we got Jerome Muhammad's scripture breakdown class and the Hebrew Academy graduation. The Lord's 56th annual Passover. Pay your Passover fee. It's only $200 to get all these exclusive events. Real black culture. The generals in attendance and the stage is set. It's going down. April the 12th in Atlanta, Georgia. This event is only for the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indigenous people. We got a week full of events from April the 9th and the 13th. But remember, you got to pay that Passover fee. It's only $200 to get every event exclusively. Here's the itinerary for the Lord's 56th annual Passover. April the 9th is the annual lamb slaughter. April the 10th is the kids' party. At 7 p.m. later that night, Jerome Muhammad's scripture breakdown class. April the 11th, the Hebrew Academy graduation. Later that night at 8 p.m. is the all-black party. April the 12th is the Lord's 56th annual Passover. April the 13th is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. $200, 17 years or older, pay your Passover fee. See you in Atlanta, Israel. Shalom.
Practice Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025. Starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under community junior honor.
Our great and holy
That's why I don't know you. I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch with Commanding General Yohana, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he made man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
You don't need a black man in the White House. You need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
What's going on, Israel? ISUBK.com is the website. Get up on it. I'm Commander Jerry Hunt. I got the helm tonight. Heavy hitters in the building, man. Excuse me, getting over a fold. Get on my Allah God, give it up. General Hazayan, give it up. And Officer Murrah, Officer Yadaya, Officer Mutamya, Officer Ibahaya, Officer Mutamya. In the building, holding us down every week. A lot of stuff going on this week, man. I'm gonna wait to that story. The brother that confessed, in fact, he was involved in, some sexual deviancies and, some stuff like that. Yeah, it's a lot to lay out, but it's not unexpected. So we'll get into it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, General Mike Salaki.
No, I was just agreeing with you, sir. I mean, you've been trying to tell them for years. This is no mistake. We say we're not affiliated. But we're going to it. You've been trying to tell them. Now the Lord just revealing it. Salaki.
Yeah, you're right. We can't be tied to nobody else because we can't guarantee that those people have come through the line in the work of the Lord like they should. So we'll deal with that. Let's get to it, Yediah. Tell me where we going with this, man.
Khan, sir. Zelensky told to make up with Trump as Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni warns as a divided West after White House showdown.
Give me a little more.
Khan, Italian leader Giorgia Meloni has called for Donald Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky to get back to the negotiating table to avoid the risk that the West divides over the Ukraine. After the Ukrainian president was booted from the White House following a fiery shouting match with the president and vice president J.D. Vance, Zelensky huddled with key European allies for an emergency summit on Sunday.
Go ahead.
Khan, he was given a hero's welcome in London, and leaders discussed a path for peace amid Russia's invasion and how to patch things up with the U.S. after the clash Friday.
Like I said this before, that was a power move by Donald Trump. That was a good move on him. But it also shows you how much of a rotten bastard he is. Like he made he's a real. I said this on yesterday in the Hebrew Academy, right? I brought this out then. Y'all chime in anytime y'all get ready. Donald Trump is a Atlantic City gangster. That's who you got rocking in the White House. White people all over this country was making TikTok videos heartbroken over Donald Trump's behavior in the White House with Zelensky. I mean, they was saddened. They saw for the first time that what America stood for was not standing anymore. They saw for the first time that this is not the same America. This is before the election. This was a different America. Now that the election is taking place, this is a different America. And what Donald Trump did was what any gangster would do. Any mobster that you needed his help, you came to sit down with him, he would handle you the exact same way. The United States, according to some statistics, I'm not even sure if these numbers are correct, but according to some of the statistics, they said the United States spent $140 billion in the Ukraine. Now Trump wants, get this, $500 billion of their natural resources back. That's what he wants back for the future security and for the security during the transition and all of that. And to guarantee that he don't get overthrown. And let me tell you something. What Donald Trump did is not nothing. He just did it in the open because he don't give a damn. But that's what all them presidents been doing. I put a tape up on my Facebook page. I hope y'all get to see it. Anybody catch that tape that I put up about America? Where some Edomite was breaking down how America runs a protection racket. And a protection racket is, we're going to come in your country, we're going to protect you from anybody coming over to harm your country, and in exchange, you're going to pay us. That's how America works. Why you think they got military bases all over the world? Them military bases is to make sure that that country does not get invaded. Because don't nobody want to come mess with the United States military. So when they come in your country, they protect your country, but guess what? You got to pay them. You got to pay them. It ain't not just pay, for the base. You got to give it up. As much as they want you to give it up, you got to give it up. And that's how it operates. That's how they operate all over the world. The Roman Empire did the same thing. Until it fell. Go ahead, Mike. You was going to say something?
Sound real familiar, General. Because I remember a time when the Italian mafia used to go to businesses and say, hey, man, you should hire us to, protect your business and make sure you're safe. Who knows who's going to break in and steal your goods and all that. Now, if they said, no, I'm good, their business would somehow get broken in and the stuff stolen and burned down, and they'd get assaulted until they say, all right, I need your protection. That's how the mafia used to move.
Yeah.
And like you said, he moving just like the old school mafioso.
Right. And listen, they've been doing it.
Yeah.
They did it with all them countries. You remember, Panama decided they didn't want to pay America no more. Mm-hmm. America went down there and invaded under Bush, took the president out the country, destroyed the military, and then installed their own soldiers.
Okay.
And they've done it they did it in Hawaii. Hawaii used to have a whole monarchy running Hawaii. When the money was good because of the fruit, they came in, burnt it down, took it over. That's what America does. And stupid, dumb, stupid black politicians and Christians sitting up there acting like, God bless America and trying to get everybody into the vote and supporting America and all that. Look at your vote right now. All the years, you've been voting 60 years, and the Nazis is in the White House. Well, I'll be 60 years of voting, and the Nazis is in the White House. And listen, let's don't slouch on why the Nazis are in the White House. The Nazis are in the White House because you voted and convinced half of America that black people was for America, and then you put Obama in the White House. The minute you put Obama in the White House, you could have signed your death warrant on being a part of America. You put Obama in the White House. From the time he got in the White House, Donald Trump started calling for his birth certificate. Y'all remember that? Yeah, from 2008 to today, 2025, they campaigned all those years, did every trick in the book, double counting, denying elections, moving the markers on different states, everything dirty. Excuse me. They did everything dirty, and they got back in the White House twice.
Okay. They even made it illegal, General. Remember, they made it illegal for you to even come feed them black people standing in them long lines. You couldn't give them water, couldn't feed them nothing.
Yes. Then they wanted you to have your driver's license when you came to the toll booth. They did everything against you that was dirty, like you said. Go ahead, Mike. I didn't want to cut you off.
No. That was it, sir.
They did everything dirty against you to get you out of power. And here's the sad part. Obama ran on hope and change. And you've been hoping and hoping and hoping that somehow your vote was going to make America move in the direction that was going to give you peace and love. You should have studied the Bible. You had it on your bookshelf. You take it to church every Sunday, and you don't know what's in the daggone book. And so as a result, look at you now. Now the Nazis run everything. Now we got to stand up and do what we have to do because you did not see this coming. And now them Nazis is in charge. So what he doing to Zelensky, that ain't nothing new. It's a gangster move. It was a good move. He cool with Putin. He cooled out everything with Putin. He bigging him up every week. God knows what's up with him. Even some white people now accusing him of being an agent. Who the hell knows? Either way, he smoothed up to Putin. Then he turned around and disrespected Zelensky in the White House. That was on purpose. They designed that. Vance was there. That cat that asked him about wearing the suit. They brought him in there to insult him. The point of insulting him was to get him to have to make a deal. He couldn't do like he was if he was in Atlantic City. He'd have just told him in Atlantic City, man, either you give me the money or I'm going to let them boys out there go ahead and take you on out. That's what he would normally say. and what all them politicians would say. But they said they did it soft touch. They brought him in the office and then disrespected him before the world. Okay. And so now his back is up against the wall. He had to run over to Europe now, who's already weak as shit, excuse my French, and who Donald Trump is talking about pulling out of NATO from. They scared of him too. So now they worried. So now he running into the problem of having to cut the deal and give America $500 billion off of their $140 billion that they put out. You understand? Welcome to making America great. That's how that went down. You know what I mean? Because why? Donald Trump, like all Edomites, are greedy bastards. We brought it out in yesterday's Hebrew Academy. Remember, we brought out how the Egyptians got lazy and then gave themselves up to just gain. All they wanted was more money. And that's America, man. America done got lazy having black people as they labor. They want black people back in the fields, Latinos back in the field. They want you doing all that labor stuff so that they can go on and just find creative ways to make more money, open up more businesses, blah, blah, blah. That's what they want. The problem is you the children of the Lord, just like you was in ancient Egypt, so are you here today. Moses said in Deuteronomy 18:18, one shall come in the future, whom the Lord shall send. And that's Yahushua. That's how you getting up out of here. Anybody else? Mariah, you died, General?
Nah, sir.
Y'all good? So that's what happened in that White House. And look for more gangster moves. You understand? Trump got tired. He tired of seeing them pay out everybody. He wants that cash within himself. And if he get the deal right with Zelensky, $500 billion on their $140 billion. That's a lot of cake, God. You know what I'm saying? That's what, $360 billion? $360 billion profit off of that war. Woo, that's tight. You could best believe Trump gonna probably get $1 billion out of it. He ain't a billionaire for nothing. He a billionaire because he be gangsterizing other people.
God,
that is America. Go ahead.
And I guess he said it politically, but hell, I saw the gangsterism in the meeting, Like he said, you don't have the card. You don't have the card. We got to make the deal first. We got to make. Well, then listen, you can make the deal or not, but it's not going to be good for you. It said, I guess it was political, but I was hearing the gangster shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't play ball with us, I'm gonna let Russia slaughter you. That's it.
Like anybody in the streets saw that and knew what that was. You understand? Everybody knew what that was. That's a gangster shakedown.
Good.
We made you a loan. Now we want our cash back. Get it together. But that's what that was about. So yeah, what you saying is so right, General Maya. And he gonna make more of them gangster moves. Here's what saddens me. I wish y'all was smart enough to make some gangster moves on them. Instead, you up in there begging to vote. You know what I mean? That was a sucker's game. If you don't believe voting was a sucker's game, then you just blind like a bat. You brainwashed straight up and down. If you believe that voting would have saved you, then you are brainwashed. Because Donald Trump got such a high vote simply because he's a racist. That's all. That's the main reason. I said this back when he first ran, right or wrong.
Come.
I said when he first ran that you will never be able to beat. When I said Donald Trump gonna win over Hillary, people was like, "Get out of here, Donald Trump, that clown." I said he gonna win, and the reason I knew he was gonna win because I knew he was running on the one thing that trumps every political issue in the world, and that's racism. He ran on white supremacy over everything else, and that's how he won that White House. And then after 4 years of Biden, they had 4 years to work on hating black people, hating democracy, hating that way of life. They worked hard on it for 4 years. And when it came to the 4 years, he went to that one debate. They saw he was washed up and done. They stepped all over that Kamala Harris and got themselves back in. So where's your vote now? Where's your vote, black people, Latino people? Why don't you trust in the Most High above yourself, above your vote? Because listen, that brainwashing about that vote, black people right now is brokenhearted in their homes and churches right now. They don't know what to do, and your preacher don't know what to do. Because to all your hope that you had in America is getting crushed. Here's what you should do. Stop hoping in America. Know that America is going to be destroyed by the hand of the Lord in the Third World War by global thermonuclear weapons. It's prophesied in the Bible that is going to happen. So knowing that, you should now turn around and begin to face the Lord and serve the Most High. And let us show you how to really serve the Lord and get your spirit out this daggone place. Salakia.
And it seems like they in such a they in a state of flux in their brain because they see racism is real. These white people hate us. Donald Trump is evil. But then they got a white friend that's nice, or somebody white that they work with that's nice. And so their brain can't say the white man is the devil for some reason, when that's still what they got to say. I watched Bill Maher. Bill Maher is supposed to be so neutral, so loving. He say he don't like Trump and what he doing and all that, but he say he got a good life. So, you know, why complain? It's like even the ones who aren't racist, they tell you they ain't racist and this and that, and they don't like what Donald Trump doing. Their life is too good to really fight against that. You know, it's like,
no, you're right, General. Like it's nice they don't like Donald Trump, but they don't want to come live in the ghetto next to us.
Right.
They don't want none of that.
God.
So they full of it anyway. You know what I'm saying? What you saying is so right. Because they don't want none of that. You know what I mean?
God.
This is a time to really wake up. This is a time for us to wake up and wake up fast. Probably only got a couple months before this place start going really into hell. They taking over everything, the post office, all of that. They shutting down all the government offices. They about to kill every program damn near that black people and Latino people and Native Indian people receive. They about to tear it down. They openly being racist. They openly putting the Heil Hitler sign out. Him, Steve Bannon, all of them. So it ain't but a matter of time before either these Edomites going to stand up against him, or he's just going to bum rush the whole zone and gobble up all him and his other cohorts will gobble up all the money. You know what I'm saying? Like now's the time for you to, if you got white friends, white family members, or whatever the case may be, now's the time to go tell them, go do something. You understand? Don't wait for us. We ain't having no Black Lives Matter march on Donald Trump. You go do something. You white people that was all about democracy and love and gassed us up about voting, get your behind out there to your senators or whatever the hell y'all do in that political world and go on and handle your business. Do something. Don't come tell us poor black people that's in the ghetto, now we going to have to stand up for, we going to stand for ourselves. That's what we going to stand for. we going to help us. You go fix your situation up there in that White House with that white supremacist you got up in there, with that Nazi you put in the White House. You go fix that.
Okay.
You understand? Go ahead, General.
Can I get a scripture, sir?
Please.
Can you Romans 13:11 real quick, Yediah? Romans 13:11. Everything the general's saying is true, man. And listen, we've been on this soapbox. Hell, we keep saying it since 1969. We've been trying to tell you. We've been telling you for so many years. The South trying to take over. The South going to take over again. This America about to become Nazi. Trust what we say. America about to become Nazi, and we seeing it all the way down to your staunchest Christian, white Jesus loving Christian. They see that these white people is trying to destroy us, but their confliction in their brain to love this white Jesus is stopping them from going all the way out there. I know you don't want to fight. I know you don't want to go through this whole racism stuff and Jim Crow again and the old slave attitude again. Nobody, you think the ISUPK wants to go through it? We don't want to go through this mess. It's hell. But whether you close your eye and act like you don't see it or not, it's going to happen. It's on our doorstep. We live in it. So ain't nothing you could do about it. You might as well grab the reins and come on in, man, and realize that these people are against you and come join your brothers and sisters, man, in this fight. We got a way out of here, and that's really obeying God. Let go of what you've been taught in that church, man. Read it, it's like
Khan Wakan, sir. This is the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. In that, knowing the time.
You seeing it on the news every day. The police killing us every day. You see it just like I see it. You know, you see Donald Trump getting rid of everything black. You see it just like I see it. You see now they saying that white people can take you to court, take businesses to court for reverse discrimination now. Now, black people, we've been getting away with them oppressing us and taking them to court and winning. Now they got rid of that. Now white people can say, no, they ain't give me that job because I'm white. You see what happened a little while ago in Starbucks? The white girl was racist against the black people sitting in the damn Starbucks, called the cops on them. They took it to court. She ended up getting millions, I believe it was, a big paycheck because she sued them for getting in trouble for throwing out these black people. You think them black guys got all that money? Hell no. They ain't getting no money like that.
That's true.
She got a grip, you know, just for being racist and calling the cops on these black people for sitting in the store too long.
Yeah,
you understand?
I said shit. She made
right
money.
So you know the time. You watch the same news we watch. You see the same things going on that we see. Go ahead, read.
That now it is high time.
High time, meaning we at the climax, like any movie. We at the climax. We in when everything goes down. It's high time. We late with it. You late with waking up. It's high time. Go ahead.
Khan Wakan, sir. To awake out of sleep.
To awake out of the fog we've been in, man. To awake out of the witchcraft under the church and your lying politicians, man. And your hope that some white person is going to save us. Your hope that all white people ain't bad, so the good ones going to fight the bad ones and free us. All your hope in America and that red, white, and blue and that flag, it ain't never going to happen. Wake the hell up, man. It's high time that you wake up now. And you got to choose a side. Because you try to stand in the middle and try to say, I'm neutral, I don't hate nobody, they still gonna tie you to their truck and drag you down the road. You know all the black people that tried to stay neutral in the past and tried to support both sides and say, you can't all be bad. They tied them to a truck or hung them to a tree. Lynching ain't never stopped. You don't understand? Read on.
Khan Wakan. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed.
And if you ain't read your Bible, man, the Bible said the closer we get to being free, the worse things going to get, man. Salaki, sir. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
The worst things going to be. In these last days, things are going to get horrific before we get out of here. And you got to prepare your mind for that. And you got to not get caught up in the lie that it's some good white people that's going to help you. There are some good white people. Those white people that then fought for black freedom and then marched with us, but they ain't for you. Like the general said, they ain't ready to come to the hood with you. They ain't ready to move to the hood at all. So, and listen, it's all the movies. You know what I'm saying? You got the white people that helped the slaves escape and hid them in their basement. But when them cats came up to their house and said, we know you got them niggas in there, they said, well, I'm sorry. I gotta give you to them. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't gonna lose their life and let their wives be killed and let their sons be killed. Not for us. Not for us. So you better stand with your people, man. Slock it, sir.
All right. And that's why, in the scripture it says in Romans 15:4, it says you're gonna learn from the things of old. You know what I mean? That's why the Old Testament is very, very important, because what you just said, sir, and what Commander J. Hanan brought out as well, is right there in the Bible. Give me Isaiah 30:2 real fast, real quick. This is Isaiah 30:2. And you're going to see what General Mayak is saying and Commander J. Hanan. And we've done this in the past. Like, we've done this before. Like, we ain't learned our lesson. America right now is spiritually Egypt. And we did the same thing coming out of Egypt, the same exact thing, wanting to go back and trusting in them because of their might. You know what I mean? In the Bible, it talk about Egypt and their horses and their chariots. That's the military might. Like right now, it's the tanks, the helicopters, the special forces, and all SEAL Team 6 and SEAL Team 55 and all that stuff, right? Delta Force and all that. You trusting them because of that. And because you do, the Bible says it's going to be your shame. You got to learn your history. Learn where you come from. Learn who you are. And learn not to make the same mistake as your forefathers did in the past. You understand? Because that's what you're doing. Isaiah 30:2, brother, read.
Colonel Khan, sir, the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 2. That walk to go down into Egypt.
That's what you want to do. Yeah, I mean, that's why y'all voted. Y'all want to stay in this place called Egypt. You know what I mean? This spiritual place called Egypt. That's what you want to do. You want to stay inside of here. Go ahead. Back during the time then, the children of Israel was taken out of Egypt. Now imagine all the miracles the Lord did to take you out of the place that was destroying you, and you want to go back. Imagine that. That's you today. That's your political leaders. That's your so-called spiritual leaders. That's them. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan, sir. And have not asked at my mouth.
You ain't asked the Most High what he wants you to do. They're not going into the Bible and the scriptures and breaking them down. Like I told you. They ain't doing that. They're not giving you the prophecies of the Bible the way it's supposed to be given to you. No. They sing, they dance, say a few words, and now you cool. Now all the revolution you had, all the, want to get out of the hell you in, just dissipates. They done sung you a song. Go ahead, brother.
Khan, sir. To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh.
In the who?
And to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh.
You want to strengthen yourself in the strength of Pharaoh, not the strength of the Most High. Which is why you have what you have right now. And now you realize you done put a cat in the office. Oh my goodness gracious. He about to wreak havoc across the earth. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan, sir. And to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Go ahead. You trusting in the land of our oppressors. You understand? Land we live in right now, America. You trust in their society, their democracy, their Republicans and Democrats. You know what I mean? They are the Roman Catholic Church, the Christian Church, what they think they set up in this land. That's what your trust is. And don't you know we made the same mistake back then on this time. That's why you have these records. These records are to teach you to not do the same thing you have done before. Read.
Colonel Khan. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame.
You put your trust in a system and look what happened. Y'all voted to put this cat in office, and all them little programs you had, he got rid of them in not even a month, General. What, 20, 30 days? He got rid of all of them. And he's very bold in what he's doing. The top general that was black man got rid of him. Pushing that he didn't want no more blacks put in the military. They doing all that stuff. Your strength that you put your trust in is now going to be your shame. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan, sir. Colonel Khan. And the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion.
Now you're confused. You don't know what to do. You're like, oh my goodness. We're going to go down to verse 5 real quick. You understand? Go ahead.
Colonel Khan. For his princes were at
verse 5.
Colonel Khan. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them.
Say it again.
They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them.
Say it one more time.
They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them.
You're ashamed of this people ain't profiting you, man. You know what I mean? Okay, you got some people that got some kind of cash in this land, right? But as a whole, as a people, we don't have nothing. We broke. You understand me? And destroyed. Which is why they come at them little programs that we have. Supposedly had for us. That y'all voted for. Y'all pushed for us to get. Y'all cheered on TV. Yay, we got these programs. They took it away. Gave it another name called DEI, and they took that from you too as well. You put your hope in a people that's not benefiting you. It's a shame. Keep on reading, brother.
Colonel Khan. Nor be a help, nor profit, but a shame and also a reproach.
That's what the Lord says is going to happen to you. That's what's going on right now. Why is it happening? Because you ain't putting your trust in the Most High power. You understand me? You put your trust in this land and this oppressor of yours, and you trust him because you see the might he has. But who has more might than the Most High? Nobody has more might than the Lord. Lord can stop an army with plague. In the Bible, he gave a military army diarrhea, and they couldn't do nothing. The whole army was done. But you put the trust in a man. That's the man you're supposed to put the trust in the Most High. The man who can do that, man. Y'all better get back to who the Lord said for you to be. Get in the ICPK, get in these classes and learn what it is you need to learn. And learn how to change your life. Because by changing your life and doing the Lord say do is how you avoid these entanglements.
Go ahead, you dad. What else we doing? Yeah, give it up for
Khan. All blacks are foreign to my people. Texas prosecutor exposed as a operator of a white supremacist Twitter account.
He's a what? What is he? What's his? He's a politician. I missed what you said he was.
He's a prosecutor.
Oh, a prosecutor. Damn. A prosecutor. Running a white supremacist website.
So he is he like an attorney. He's an attorney's office.
Yeah,
he's like an attorney.
He's the one that when you get charged, he's the one that tries the case against.
He's the district attorney giving you charges.
Yeah.
This cat, can you imagine? This cat a district attorney.
And in Texas.
Oh,
in Texas, you said, right?
Wow.
Read some more. And of course, he's not going to lose. Like, once again, the clock going to be turned back. He's not going to lose his job or anything for being this white supremacist. Our life is about to go real left because we about to see what we have tried not to see, which is how racist America still is against us. Now they ain't gonna hide it no more.
Okay.
You're gonna find out your doctor is a racist, your nurse is a racist, the staff in your emergency room, you're gonna find out they racist. Not just the cop on the street, now the district attorney racist. You're gonna find out that the judges are racist. They're gonna have their Nazi pins on and pumping their dog whistles. You're gonna find out the people in the bank are racist. You're gonna find out the loan officers are racist. You're gonna find out so many racists against blacks and Latinos is gonna blow your daggone mind. Go ahead, Salaki.
No, don't sweat, sir. Go on.
Go ahead.
Khan, the individual behind the anonymous Twitter account rifle with white supremacist and anti-immigration posts has been identified as an immigration and customs enforcement prosecutor, according to a detailed new report by Texas Observer. The profile Glommer responder, which boasts more than 17,000 followers, is run by 44-year-old James Joseph Rodden, an assistant chief counsel for ICE in the Dallas area.
Damn, he's assistant chief counsel for ICE. He's to make sure that ICE don't break no laws. He's showing how to navigate how they get in and out while locking up the Lord's chosen people. Like talk about a conflict of interest. You a white supremacist and you given the power to both prosecute and to negotiate how ICE agents lock up the Lord's chosen people. Like, you in a bad place. We as a people are in a bad place. And we should turn back to the Lord. And let me add something else to y'all, what you Mayak and Ha said earlier. We even told brothers and sisters 30 years ago, we was telling them, do not get involved with these people, because they was pushing that heavy 30 years ago. Interracial marriage. Remember the movie Jungle Fever? All of that was being pushed hardcore years ago. And we told brothers and sisters, do not get with these heathens, man. Because you're going to be entangled with them when the time comes that you got to pull out of this place or get away from these people. And now many of you are living in white neighborhoods with white spouses, with halfway another nation's children, especially you black women. And now you're going to have to face that. Now you're going to have to face, you can't jog in your neighborhood no more. You're going to have problems going to the grocery store, and you're going to be in a white neighborhood with your white husband and your white children thinking, damn, what am I going to do now? Because they're going to all come out with it. And when the place to be now is with us. We are one. Go ahead,
General, if I could, you said when you was breaking this down to us, you broke down how wise that Solomon was, all the wisdom Solomon had, right? Everybody knows Solomon had all the great wisdom, but the one thing that broke that brother was women, and the women of the other nations. You understand? That destroyed him, man. And we got to take heed to what Commander Yohana said. He taught this a long time ago to us, that by you doing that, them women are going to destroy you. You understand me? And look what's going on today. And they put it on TV like it's okay, like everything's fine. But yo, it's really not. The reality is TV is just TV. It's an illusion. But reality, real life is something totally different, man. That's why Commander Yohana said, you ain't gonna be able to go jogging no more. You can start getting berated when you're going out in the store and the streets and everything now. That's coming.
All right. Go ahead, you die. Yeah, let's go. We can move on.
Thanks be to the Lord. Like Priest Officer Hawar said, this eat might sound like sounds like Hammond from during the Purim. Like with us with the ISUPK doing what we do and staying steady, man, and the Lord seeing our work and seeing our faith and our dedication. Even though Israel doing all type of weird things in the world, but he see there is a remnant still holding steady to his laws and still holding steady to following our King. Devils like this prosecutor destroying our people, man, and putting his hand against our people with all the power that he got. The Lord will turn that around back on them. You know what I'm saying? That's the hope we got. The hope we got is standing with the Lord and having him turn everything around on Donald Trump, on this evil, wicked prosecutor, and everybody else who putting their hand against Israel. Slack yourself.
Listen, that's heavy, well, that's very heavy what you're saying. I don't understand. You got preachers that got the Bible all day long. They in the Bible all day long, and at no time they reading the Bible and reading us in so many captivities. And at no time do they turn around and say to themselves, well, that's the way we should think. We should want to get free from these people. Instead, they put and come out and fight for us to join the very man that's trying to destroy us. Okay. I don't even understand it. I start reading the Bible. First thing I notice is that these people was trying to get free. So I wasn't going to go out now and try to tell us we got to include ourselves with these people. Right. And now we finding it out, boys. We coming to this end. We finding this thing out. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's what's up. Go ahead, you die. What we got next?
Conor Khan can take a life without consequence. Georgia sheriff who shot exonerated black man during traffic stop over speeding gets off scot-free.
Go ahead.
A district attorney in South Georgia announced that the sheriff's deputy who fatally shot a 53-year-old man during a traffic stop in 2023 will not be criminally charged. Leonard Cure was killed in October.
Go ahead. When you get it, let me know. Go ahead. Go ahead, you die.
Khan. Leonard Cure, 53, was killed in October 2023 after being pulled over by Camden County Staff Sergeant Buck Aldridge on I-95 near the Florida-Georgia border on a suspicion of speeding.
A suspicion of speed. This brother that lost his life. Because this bastard, once again, now you see the real deal. You pull him over on the suspicion of speeding? Go ahead. I think he was speeding. So I'm going to pull him over. Go ahead,
That's like a struggle ensued between Cure and Aldridge after the deputy told Cure he was under arrest. But Cure did not comply with the deputy's orders to put his hands behind his back. Dash cam footage shows Aldridge tasing Cure pausing during the shot, then spins around and grabs the probes of the taser and grapples with Aldridge as cars speed past on the interstate.
You got the footage? Let's check it out. Let's check out why this brother died on suspicion of speed.
Excuse me. Mirage, there's no audio, right?
Yeah, I think
Put your damn hands back here.
Did he say put your damn hands back here?
God. They talk real reckless, like legal for them to talk super reckless to us.
Right.
Get out! Get out! Put your hands back here. I ain't doing shit. Put your damn hands back here.
Who are you?
Who are you? Staff Sergeant of the Sheriff's Office. My name is Al Wade. I don't care. Step to the rear of this vehicle. In the name of who? In the name of the law of the state of Georgia. Step back here now.
You see how he said that? In the name of the law of the state of Georgia, like he came out the car like an aggressor. Like he was gonna kill this old man from the beginning. Go ahead,
You're getting tased.
My hands is up.
Watch me now. Put your hands on the back of that truck. Do you see that? Put your hands on the back of that truck. Back of the truck. Both hands.
Look, hands is back.
Turn around. 34. Jim, send me another. One non-compliant. Staff Sergeant Aldridge with the Camden County Sheriff's Office.
Who county?
Camden County. Put your hand behind your back.
Do I have a warrant? Wait. No. Excuse me.
Either put your hands behind your back or you're getting tased. I'm telling you that right now.
Why am I getting tased?
Because you are under arrest for speeding and reckless driving.
I'm not driving. Nobody was hurt. How was I speeding?
You passed me doing 100 miles an hour.
Okay, so that's a speeding ticket, right?
Sir, tickets in the state of Georgia are criminal offenses.
I don't have a ticket in Georgia.
You do now.
Why?
You passed me doing 100 miles an hour.
And what? Am I going
Hands behind your back. Yes, you're going to jail. Hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
He tased him anyway. That's a tough old man. That old head is tough.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
White boy head.
Stay down. Stay down. Stay down. Camden, shots fired. Shots fired, Camden.
Man, I didn't even know he fired.
Stay down. Do not get up. Stay down.
Whoever that is, the truck, like,
stay down.
Whoever that truck there on the right that backed up, that's a white supremacist.
Stay down.
Brother, he got out that truck looking to harm.
You send me help. Stay down.
Him help. Brother wasn't bleeding on the ground.
Stay down.
Give me help.
Stay down.
Look, he the one in distress. Burning the brother. I think that's
And you know how many times?
Camden, are you clear?
You know how many times they done pulled Esau over and Esau get out the car mad? What in the hell are you pulling me over for? What in the hell? He get out the car. They don't even pull the taser. They just say, sir, I'm pulling you over because you were speeding. I don't give a fuck. What are you pulling me? They just write him the ticket. The cat snatched the ticket out the cop hand, throw it on the ground, mad, cussing him out. They never pull the taser at all.
When it comes to white people, you're right, Maya. When it comes to white people, they ready to de-escalate. Okay. There's always a, hey, excuse me, sir. Sir, I'm pulling you over because such and such and such and such. Sir, they'll say that 1,000 times. This cat come out of his car telling the brother to get out the car from the back of his. He didn't even come up to the car. He didn't even see who the hell was in the car. He just get out the car. Get out the car in the name of the state of Georgia. And of course, you know what I mean, you got to have no spirit to be around these animals because they have to have all power over you. They got to be able to talk to you any kind of way, treat you any kind of way. And you can't never have no, after 400 years, you can't even have a spirit to question what he's doing. As much racism and killing and lynching and death and destruction that these people have brought on us. You get pulled over, you can't even ask why you being pulled over. Okay. Or it's a death sentence. It's a death sentence to you. You understand? The brother complied to damn near everything he said. He still had to tase the brother. The brother went to the back of the car like he told him to. Brother put his hands on the back of the car like he told him to. He still tased the brother. On top of that, and of course, that's when the brother took them probes out and attacked him to stop him from attacking him. So I don't buy that. Like you said, Mayak, we see 1,000 videos. Of course, the brother could have possibly handled that a little bit better. But after so many times, I'm telling you from experience, after so many times of being pulled over by the police, being disrespected by the police, this is an older gentleman. He ain't giving this older brother no kind of respect whatsoever. That's why the brother said his name. He said, my name is so-and-so and such, meaning he's trying to tell this guy, I'm an older man. I'm not here trying to be a criminal with you. I'm trying to identify myself, blah, 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 like older people do. You know what I'm saying? But of course, this animal don't have no conscience for anything when it comes to us and our people. And our leaders have failed us on it. And that's why the Israelite School UPK is teaching a different way. We got to be a different people when it comes to these people. We can't be those people that they wanted us to. We ain't going to get the dogs sicked on us and water hoses and the same abuse that we had to take before. We can't just allow that to happen again. We see what happened 60 years later, and you got a Nazi in the White House. So all that marching and dogs sicked on us and water hose, none of that helped us. None of that moved the ball forward for us. None of that have gained us what we ought to gain. And all black people, you black people that have been successful in this kingdom, you better get ready to put your trust in your kingdom. Because if you side against this kingdom, you siding against the Lord. You side against us, you siding against the Most High. And the Most High going to take up that charge for what you do. You getting it, Haas?
Yeah, if I could. So, I'm sitting here watching it, right? And I watched it, and I'm looking at it again as we playing it back again, right? There's so many things wrong that this officer has done with this traffic stop that is ridiculous. He was so out of control that he hopped out of the car on a driver's side with traffic up and down on a highway like 95. A car could have easily hit him or hit that man.
Screaming from his car.
He was already gone before he got out of the car. Like his mindset wasn't even there to do a proper and a safe car stop. He wasn't even there. He was gone, sir.
Yeah.
If with anything, he should have been on the other side. He should not approach that man the way he did on that side.
Right.
And they teach you in the police academies that you can't do what you did to some people like that because people going to act like they're going to want the respect. Give them some sort of respect. Find out what's going on. You can't just holler and scream at people. They're going to react a certain way. There's certain ways you can do it. Yeah. Now, I understand. I done been on high-speed chases. I done chased cats on the expressway. I done chased cats in the neighborhoods and high speed, flying around the corners and everything. I've done that. But as I sit here and watch this with this cat right here, everything he did was unsafe and damn near like he provoked this man into doing something. He didn't get a man time to answer. He didn't check his credentials. All he did was went straight to the gun. They tell you in the academy, do not automatically go for your gun the first time you meet somebody because you can't de-escalate from there. Now you're punked. You understand? If you go for your firearm first thing that happened, you ain't got nowhere to come down to. You're supposed to progress to that level. Now, sometimes in cases you got to jump right to it. I understand that, but this was not that case. If he was going fast and flying, you know what he did? He pulled over and stopped. You understand? He pulled over and stopped. He didn't even call in the car stop. If y'all notice, he ain't called him in. Dispatch, this is so. I got a car stop. Something. He ain't even calling in to give their location.
He didn't even get out and ask the guy for his ID, none of paperwork, nothing. He didn't even tell him, listen, you know why I stopped you? Because, you know what I mean? This is going nothing. He gets out his car. Get out the car. He sees a black man. Oh, get out the car. Get out the car. This is the abuse we suffer here. And then they ask us, are we going to be rebellious? Are we going to do something? When are you going to stop doing something to harm the Lord's chosen people? Ra'ahawar Kokomo said this. Salaki, General Yana, sir. Remember the white cop
told a white boy to drop the gun 40 times. I remember that. And the officer got gunned down 40 times. He went at the white boy. Please put the gun down. Please put the gun down. I done seen many of those tapes where the white boy, I saw one just the other day where the white boy he had a wig on and got the wig knocked off because some white boy backed the car up and knocked his ass down on the ground. Like they don't care when it comes to that. They will wait and be patient and try to save the life of the brother the Edomite who they pulling over. Black people, they like animals. And that brother and that cop right there, they should have gave him a drug test. Because he definitely jumped out that car hyped up on something and was definitely ready to just be an animal about what he was doing. Excuse me. And black people are in fear of their lives. Like you act like you could be as aggressive as you want to be, and black people are supposed to just accept it. They're afraid for their lives when you pull us over. You pull black people and Latino people over, they scared you're going to murder them because that's what you do. So you should expect them to be like, why are you pulling me over? What's going on? What did I do? You should be expecting to be questioned like that and should be adjusting and de-escalating for that reason. At no time, you understand, did he give the brother a chance until he had him out the car, hands on the car, then he started to say something. White people was always doing something that's unjust, man.
And that's why I said, even, okay, the way he pulled him out the car on side of traffic coming, that none of that made sense. I'm sitting there looking at it, I can still be playing it in my mind on what I just saw. And if I had to sit on the panel on the things he did and judging him about his actions, he would get an F in everything. Because he did everything totally wrong. Ain't none of that taught nowhere. He was so aggressive from the outstart. That's the same thing that happened with that cat Philando Castile. That cop that got out there and ended up unaliving the brother, that way.
That
the
was
same exact way.
That didn't have to happen.
Yeah,
You're right.
it was the same exact way. You know what I mean? And the man obeyed every order he gave him. He obeyed. He still lost his life. Same thing here. This was escalated by the police officer. It wasn't escalated by the guy. He said, put your hands up. Put them here. He put them there. Put them there. I mean, what you want me to do? Come on, stop playing with me.
Right.
He didn't know how to give proper orders because his head wasn't right. That's what's going on. And with us, there's always aggression is the first answer to us. You see, many a time, like how Commander Johanna brought it out, when you're dealing with another nation, aggression ain't the first answer. It's talk them down, give them all kind of chances before you even think about doing anything violent. Us immediately to the violence.
Yep.
Immediately.
Yep. Go ahead.
Slogger, sir, if I may, there's a few things I noticed too. He tased him when he told him to put his hands behind his back. Though he had his hands on the car, he tased him when he put his hand up in the air. The back turned. So it wasn't a threat. And you told him to put his hands behind his back. So just because he put it in his air, he pretty much tased him because he was pissed off that he was not, obeying.
Exactly. Like, and he's 5 feet away from the guy. You know what I mean? 5 feet. He made sure he was damn near standing in the traffic. He was and stood and said to him, put your hands up. He already was going to escalate the violence. And that's how you know he was going. You know how you know he was going to escalate the violence? Because when it got to that point, you see how he called and said, "Send me help! Send me help!" Which is just like a damn sociopath. You go do some evil and then play the victim like you the most innocent victim in the world. Like we're gonna get away from this man. All right. So that's it. I don't want to run on with it, y'all, unless y'all want to add something else before I go with it. I guess we could address this whole situation with this fake Israelite group, the so-called guerrilla Hebrew, was being guerrillaed, according to some stats. Tell you something about this story right quick, and this situation with it. This situation with that Zakari group is good for nobody. This is good for nothing. Nothing good is going to come out of this. Some people was glad that he's gone and shut down and all that. I don't really give a damn because the work of the Lord is going on and going to go on. So whether he was shut down or not shut down, the UPK ain't never gonna be shut down and is always going on to do the will of the Most High.
That's right.
So I ain't give a damn about that. And there is no gain in it in this respect. At the end of the day, and this is something for all you brothers that's out there seeking to get into the truth or deal with Israelite groups or whatever the case you want to call it. Learn this lesson, brother, that the only reason the reason the UPK doesn't join no other group is because groups form that don't care about the brothers that are underneath them. Like this brother, if he was doing all of this and his right-hand man is possibly a homosexual and all of this stuff that's being said now, that's coming out now, like why would you have these brothers put their trust in you? Like that's who you're supposed to care about. Like at the end of the day, these brothers that's under them in that group, you ain't gonna see the effects right away. But give them brothers 6, 8, 10 months, a year from now, them brothers is gonna be messed up behind following you, believing that the Lord was with you, believing the words that you saying, and now they find out that really you was really faking it the whole time, and you knew you was faking it the whole time. And on top of that, you should be you dumb as hell. Here's why you dumb as hell. We are coming up against all the empires in the world. We are trashing the so-called Jew, saying he is not a Hebrew. We are telling America that God is going to bring destruction on this kingdom. And you don't think by some chance that the white man might have a video camera in your house or a microphone in your house? You don't know all that's going on in the midst of all this, and you in there getting pegged by your woman? Listen, you can get them tapes on me, boy. You gonna catch me, boy. I'm sure the FBI got some tapes on me. You see, they ain't bring them out, right? you think I'm only rough riding it in here? Shit. You understand? They can play them tapes anytime they get ready. They ain't gonna find but one thing, that I'm the plumber. You understand? Like, I'm saying that to say, where's your wisdom at, man? You know you engaging in this kind of behavior, and you allow yourself to be put in charge, and then put all these brothers' lives in your trust. And they sitting there watching you. And when they get ready, they're going to press your button. And I knew it was going to be an issue. I'm going to tell you straight up. I knew it was an issue when they came to visit us in Atlanta. Remember when they came to join us in Atlanta?
Come.
I knew you was going to have a problem then. You understand? Because here's why. You came to see us in Atlanta. And when you came to see us in Atlanta, you scared a lot of people. A lot of people that want to see this Israelite world ended, you scared them. Because here's what they saw. They said, wait a minute. If these groups all come back together as one, like they was before, they're going to be unstoppable. So they knew that about you. And so when your men came down there in Atlanta, they got nervous. Right after you came to Atlanta, you split. One of your main cats broke off from you. That was your first flag. That was your first flag that Esau is playing in your camp. You should have knew that already. You should have knew from that split that he's playing in your camp. And then he let it ride a little while longer. Bam. Now he had that same cat come back. Wasn't it the same cat that broke off? No, it was another one. Yeah. He had another cat come back now and bring these tapes out on you. Like you couldn't see that coming. You couldn't see how they was playing you. Like you should not put brothers into your care if you don't know what the hell you doing, man. Because Esau, he played for keeps. He about his business when it comes to this stuff. You understand? And those of you, anybody doing any underhanded stuff of any kind, you better clean it up right away. If you doing stuff to other brothers, if you doing stuff in Esau's world, if you dabbling on both sides of the fence, doing evil shit you did in the world and then dipping back on this side of the fence, playing Mr. Israelite, if you doing anything sexually wrong, any sexual deviancy at all, you better get your head together and get all of that garbage laid up. UPK, we don't play that in here, man. We cut from a different cloth. We cut from the real UPK cloth.
That's right.
And we carry out that business for the Lord as it is said to be done. And that's the problem with that. So there ain't nothing good going to come from this. And here's the worst part. Not the worst, but one of the other bad parts. Y'all stop me if you need to. One of the other bad parts is this, that now everybody in the secular world and the Christian world gets to trash the Israelites. You fake Israelites make our job 10 times harder because you doing so much stuff, even all the way back. Like this thing with him should not be surprising because where did he come from? He come from GMS. What was they doing in GMS? Tahar's stupid ass.
Loop thing in just a second. Okay.
That dumbass Tahar turned around and said you could rape a 9-year-old girl. And what the hell did you think was going to join your camp? Every sexual deviant you could find. We said it back then.
Oh, God.
We said back then, you put this out and you're going to have every sexual deviant in your camp. And sure enough, cats came in there, ran with you for a while, and then broke off. But the whole time they doing all kind of homosexuality and all that. And speaking against it too. You damn homosexuals and you being a homosexual. Your damn self. You understand? Like, come on, man. Come on. Like, everybody should come into the ISUPK. This is the order given by the Most High. Not by me. I'm just saying it because I got to say it. But it should be said really by everybody in the UPK. Okay. This is the order that the Lord set down. The Lord set this down. And brother, I watched so many brothers fail at this job. And Brakathaya Howard to the brothers that don't fail at this job. The brothers that stand up, the brothers that walk right, the brothers that lay up their folly ground, the brothers that try to deal straight on. You understand? Because I watched many cats before me. That was before me that went out there and did some dumb shit, was selfish and greedy. And I know y'all probably think I am. My mouth open all the time. You probably think that way about me, but I got news for you. This is the straight game from the Most High. We're not playing no other side game.
That's right.
You understand? But you come in here, man, being fake and phony and got some side game going and something twisted. And then before you know it, the Lord call you up and throw you in the street. That's what'll happen. And I watch men before me that are not here no more. Great colleagues, great men, great, but did not have enough fear of the Lord to stay on the path the right way. Did not care enough about what it was they was doing. Made mistakes just like I made mistakes. I made a ton of mistakes. I was a brute back in the day. You know what I mean? I was halfway intolerable back in that day. I'm better now, Haas. Like, I'm better now. I'm seasoned, and you know what I'm saying? I'm a better cat now. You know what I mean? But back in the day, brother, I was a problem. And I know I was a problem. But I'm a better cat now. And brother, everybody can be a better cat, but you got to give up what you was doing. So nothing good is going to come out of this. You understand? And them tears and all of that and all that crying and all of that's because you got caught. Because you got exposed. That's what that is, man. But what about the men? What about them? What about the precious cargo that belongs to your house shop? What about them? God. You understand? Go ahead, Maya.
Like he cried and said, I'm going to step back. I'm going to step back and I'm going to let you have it. Ariala, I'm going to let you have it. When he just said Ariala is a whole half a homo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And an adulterer. But he going to step back and let him have it. That ain't the answer. That ain't the solution. He should have said, if he was right, he know Captain Tazaria. He should have said, you know what, brothers? ISUPK got the whole truth, man. We should all go over to them because I ain't worthy. Ariala ain't worthy. None of them. And the cat that left, he did a video too. You know, you was right. He came back and did a video with the other guy. You know what I'm saying? So they all, and he brought this cat, Gorilla Hebrew, brought out the perfect scripture. If the head is sick, the whole body is sick. he brought the scripture out. You know what I'm saying? So he should send them men. You know, because like you said, they're gonna be destroyed after all this mess. It's gonna be about 4 break-off groups after this. He should direct them to the ISUPK to start getting their head right.
Yeah, you're right. He was trying. I believe he was trying to consider that when they came to Atlanta. It seemed like he might have been trying to consider it, but you took too long. Them cats moved on you because you took too long to make the move. You sat there and, you know, waddled around with the move, and the so-called Jew, everybody is in watching what we do. Everybody's interested in what we do because they don't know where it's gonna go. You understand? So they wondering how this thing is gonna play out. And another thing too, all that crying about y'all could have it and this y'all wanted it. Let me tell you something, Mark. When you a man in power, when you a man that's in full power, there will always be men that want that power. And those men will always plot on your seat of power against you because they just have a lust for power. Christ, Judas did it with Christ. Ahithophel did it with David. You understand? It's been done 10,000 times in history where men will do that. If you're not built to lead men, you should not be leading. You got to be built mentally to lead men. You can't be just doing some flaky shit and then also trying to lead men to do the work of the Lord, and you not built for it. And you better be built to stand against those who gonna stand against you. You understand? You better be built for it. Somebody coming up against me, you better be built to come up against me because I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm telling you straight up and down.
Damn
You
right.
understand? You ain't even gonna see which way I'm coming. Before you know it, I'm gonna blow your shit up and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? And you ain't gonna understand what happened. I don't play that shit. You know what I'm saying? You crying about if they wanted, they could have it. I saw brothers do it. Masha, who I love. Masha is like a father to me. You understand? Reared me up from a young man. Used to take me to go get the lamb. Used to talk to me. I didn't grow up with no father. So when I got with Masha, brother, I became his bodyguard when I was a young man, of course. And I would guard Masha. It was like I had a father again. Masha told me he had his own son, and they was tough as shit. And he would tell me how to be mentally tough. You understand? How to stand in this work, how to never back down, how to never come up off this work, how to go to the Most High when I was down, when my spirit was hurt. He would tell me how to do those things, man. And then Masha gave up the school to other brothers. And when he gave up that school to other brothers, that shit devastated me. That shit devastated me on a level like I couldn't understand because he had taught me so much. And now he couldn't take it no more because cats wanted his seat and wanted to pray in his power and wanted to do all of that. And you know what I'm saying? And it comes with the work that you do. It comes with that. The enemies on the out, all kind of shit gonna try to come at you. Like doing this job is not small. And when I saw that, you understand, over having time to process it, you know what I'm saying? I said, you know what? I gotta die first before I make this move. You understand? Every leader feels that. Every leader at some time feels like, you know what? Let me just turn it over. I say it to the generals sometimes. Y'all niggas want this. You know, I mess with them all the time with it. But you can't never give up that. If you care about brothers. Now, if you don't care about the brothers, then that's fine. Give it up. Fuck them up and don't even worry about it. Going back home to your wife, let her peg you or whatever. But if you care about these brothers, you can't give up. You can't put your sword down. You've been called. You've been given an oath. You must stand and do your job. Now, in his case, because of what's going on with him, it's wiser for him to stand down. He should have never been in charge anyway because you ain't called by the Lord.
God.
And brothers don't seem to understand that this is a calling. You can't just decide what you're going to be. The UPK emerged. It was thousands of Israelite groups in this country. The UPK emerged above all of them to prominence. The only one, still around is the cops, the purple ones. That's run by cops. So you know, they're gonna be around because they run by the police. So, but other than that, every authentic Israelite group that tried to create itself, they gone now. They all fall now. You understand? A leader gotta be strong for the flock, like Christ said. Christ said he's the what? He's the good shepherd. He cares for the flock. He said a hireling will not. A hireling will leave the flock. Like this brother could have cleared this up many, many years ago.
Yeah.
He could have cleared this up. How you talk about it as a fantasy? Who gives a fuck about your fantasy when you got brothers' lives on the line?
Okay.
You feeling your fulfilling your fantasies with brothers' lives is on the line? Fucking clown. Okay. You understand? Like, why would you do some dumb shit like that? He could have came out and said, look, you know, we should move over here under the UPK because let me confess to y'all what I used to do years ago, and I know that I shouldn't do this. So y'all, we gonna fall in ranks with them. He should have cared for them brothers. He should have guided them brothers into the body. He should have integrated the body. He knew he was supposed to do it, or he wouldn't have come to Atlanta. He wouldn't have come to Atlanta if he didn't know that was going on. And he couldn't take the pressure of being in charge because he wasn't taught to be that way. You understand? He don't have the experiences. I got the experiences. I see all the garbage. I done seen horrible things come up against this truth. But this truth belongs to the Most High. You understand? And you might think that we not up here swift and don't see what's going on. Believe me, brother, we seeing through the walls in here. We seeing through the walls, seeing everything that's going on. And brother, we got to stay. And this for every brother of power and authority. As you coming up in power and authority, you got to be vigilant. You got to be vigilant. You can't be sleeping in the dark and you sitting on high rank. You a captain or a general or anything like that. You cannot be sleeping in the fucking dark. You got to have your eyes open. And that's what's great about General Muhammad. Boy, oh boy, General Muhammad, boy, you could say 2 words. And them 2 words might tell him something and he's going to snatch it. Okay. And we find out later you got a whole molestation ring going on. I don't know. I'm not saying hypothetical, but that's how he is. When you talk to him and you hear and he's speaking and teaching and you talk to him, Muhammad be reading what you're saying. Okay. And he catches if you doing some shit flaky. And the other generals as well. It's in all the leaders that's in here. You understand? But he had that gift particularly. You understand? Like all brothers have different gifts. He got that gift particularly. And brother, that's a hell of a gift to have because you could stop a lot of harm that you bring to the nation before these brothers. You understand? Other brothers got other skills. General Mayak, you got a real good skill at catching vain brothers. Vain and proud cats. Oh my God, you be catching them. I don't even be seeing it sometimes. You be like, nah, see, so-and-so and so-and-so, this, he shouldn't, why did he say that? And I start examining what Mayak say, and bam, it comes right. Man, we got to go talk to him. Like he'll catch all that shit that's inside of you. And if this brother was under our command, we would have been figured out what was wrong with him. We would have been said, look, we can't put you in charge because of this, this, and this. You got to do this. Instead, he went and destroyed them brothers. And now we back to where he could have been 10 years ago. We could have fixed this 10 years ago.
Right.
We could have solved this problem 10, 15. I don't know how long this cat been around. We've been around a while. We could have fixed that 10, 15 years ago, brother. Like this, nothing good is coming out of this. And I feel for them brothers that have suffered, man. I pray you brothers have the strength to come on down to the Passover. And I also pray that the brothers in the UPK have the strength to be graceful with these brothers if they do. Like that's another thing. It's very easy to stab a cat that's down on the ground. It's easy to do that. But can you, for the sake of these brothers, can you have grace on them? I don't give a fuck about whether you get on this cat case or not, because he done put himself out there. But can you have mercy on these young cats that he done destroyed, that hopefully and prayerfully they come to the UPK, man. I pray they come down to the Passover, Mayag, and get refreshed and renewed. You understand? And we can go on and move on. But this shit right here, this shit is no good for nobody. And it makes me sick because of how much cleanup we're going to have to do because of it. How much slander we're going to have to suffer because of it. How much, you know how much power this cat gave to evil people that hate the truth? He just empowered every Christian preacher. He empowered every evil black woman that can't stand us, that's on social media talking about them niggas just like to abuse women. Now, don't be surprised if all over the internet, now you start to hear, yeah, them niggas just a bunch of homos. You have to now defend yourself from being a homosexual or some other deviant because of this cat's stupidity. Same shit happened with his teacher, Tahar. When that bastard came out with you could sleep with a 9-year-old girl, you could rape a 9-year-old girl is what he came out with. When this dumb clown came out with that shit, the amount of backtrack, like he breathed life into Polite. Remember that? Polite went down there, man, and said, you mean to tell me you could rape a 9-year-old girl? And you could see Win Bitch. Remember Win Bitch?
Yeah.
Win Bitch was standing behind him saying, like, no, you can't do that, man. He stopped Win Bitch and said, no. But if it happened, you just gotta let it happen. That's what he said. You just gotta let it happen. You could look at Win Bitch. The whole spirit of Win Bitch came out of him. His whole spirit dropped on the ground because of this dumb shit this cat pushing, which is his own sexual deviancy that he's trying to push in the truth. And brother, after that, he attracted every sexual deviant that there is out there, went and joined this camp. They looking for a haven to do their deviancy. Sexual deviants are like counterculture. They don't fit in the regular culture. So if you go and open the door for them, they coming in. That's why the church filled with LGBTQ. Because your preacher done opened the door, and now your church that used to be men and women is now filled with all these LGBTQ people because you opened the door for them. You made them comfortable. And that's what this cat did, just like his forefather did. Everybody, once again, everybody that came out of that school when Marshall left, they built nothing but fucking garbage. Marshall left that school and set up the House of David. And from that day forth, all of you disgusting Israelite groups have been popping up out of that group. You break off after break off after break off. You popping up a new group every week. And all of it has been garbage. It was the break off with House of David started. Then from there, Tahar broke off and went into his bullshit with child molestation. From there, boom, this group broke off. Then he split now. Now he got two groups. Now both of them fighting. Now both of them being exposed for what they've been doing. And that's just one strand of the garbage. You cannot break off. You cannot leave the order of the body. You cannot decide to create your own group, or you are a disgusting enemy of your house shot. Okay. You are the worst piece of shit that could ever happen for you to go and set up one of these groups, because these groups are detrimental to the lives of brothers and sisters. If this group had, first of all, imagine for a moment, if Marshall never broke off and this body was one body, number one, it would be huge. Number two, all of the things that was wrong in that body would have been removed and corrected because you couldn't get out the body. Like cats, once again, him, Tahar, all of them is a perfect example of a cat who got a deviance, don't want to follow no damn orders, so he break off and do something else and use the Most High to bring hell and mayhem on everybody, man. And you wonder why we don't respect them, why I gave the order in here that we are not to be affiliated with no other group, why I'm so hard on you when it comes to group. When you brothers come to me, talk to me all the time about, yeah, this group over here, and they want to, get together with us. Like I'm gonna be talking to one of the brothers that says something in the council about some other group. We're gonna have a little talk about that too. Because when it comes to these damn groups out, you understand, I don't want nothing to do with them unless they giving up all flags and bringing their body into under the truth. Because of course, 90% of this shit is born out of selfishness, out of looking for power, out of sexual deviancy, and you just destroying the work of the Lord. Never before to harden them, never before did black people look at us like we had a sexual deviance problem. Never before did they look at us. Never before did black people, in all our years of speaking on the street, black people never felt like, I don't like them brothers on the street. They might have disagreed with us, but nobody came against us like they had, unless they had a drug problem or, you know, something like that. But other than that, black people knew we was for them. But it wasn't until you break off groups got out here with 1,000 fucking camps. This ain't just these camps that I'm mentioning. They had 1,000 other. You had 3, 4, 5 camps in Brooklyn. You had that bullshit going on. You had that bullshit going on with my main man Barack came up with me together. We came up together, me and Barack. Barack went and took over that House of David bullshit and then got down there in the Purple Cat's face and let them punk the shit out of him. After that, I ain't seen him on the internet yet since that day. You understand? All that shit came out of that. Every bit of it came out of that. What did we do? We stood our ground. And that bullshit that happened with the Jesus Christ Church, the Lord destroyed. That's our legacy. Our legacy is this. We UPK, Marshall left. They set up that garbage over there. We stood our ground. We stood our ground. The Lord killed Tazadaki. He didn't just shut him down. He put him to death for that evil shit he did. And then pushed that shit to the side. I just saw one of their top men the other day. I was getting the inspection on my car. And I'm standing at the side of the car on the phone talking shit to my rib. You know what I'm saying? Waiting for the inspector to come out and put the stickers on the car. So I'm standing back there and I see a cat coming up the block out of the corner of my eye. But the only reason I noticed him is because he kept looking at me. He was doing like this. He kept looking. He kept looking, which caught my eye and said, I leaned over and I looked at him. And I just said, oh, this is just some old cat coming from the supermarket with some grocery bag. But when he got close, I looked at him closely. And that shit was a cat, man, that rolled with me in New York, was one of my right-hand men in New York, and turned around, joined that garbage. And then they went up there and destroyed his life. And he just looked over and saw me. He said, how you doing, brother? And walked on up the street. And I said, well, goddamn, like this is how you destroy brothers. You want to know how you destroy brothers? Making fucking break-off groups. Making fucking break-off Israelite groups. That's how you destroy men. That was another cat that was zealous. Zealous like a motherfucker. War day and night. While he was with me, shit, he didn't get no sleep. Because we was getting down for the get down in the truth. 7 days a week. Ran Black Watch with me. He walking up the street with some grocery bags like he done with that bullshit. And that's what happens. You destroy men's faith with your break-off groups. You destroy the work of the Most High. You worse than the white man when it comes to that. You a bigger enemy than the church because you come and steal what the Lord have already brought into truth. And you act like somebody should respect you and deal with you right. Nothing good gonna come from this shit, from this cat, but more bad reputation and more destruction of young men. Young men that come in the truth, that come in innocently hear these words of the Bible. You open up the Bible, taking the words from the UPK. And these brothers see what you bringing out and are shocked by the words that's on this paper. Shocked by the fact that they now know what the Bible is talking about, that their grandmother couldn't tell them. Their father couldn't teach them. Now they find this work and they are amazed at this work. And they trust your nasty fucking ass. They trust your disgusting ass for trying to, give them these words. And little do they know that you's a wretched, selfish, greedy bastard in the fucking background trying to do all kinds of shit, you understand, for your own gain. And then some of you get a little group under you, and you may even get a few dollars, a little reputation to puff up your ego a little bit. And before you know it, here you are. you big mahut of some fucked up ass group, bringing more division on us and destroying more brothers' lives. I'm gonna shut down, my Salaki.
No, you got it, sir.
Over this bullshit. You understand? Nothing good's gonna come for this. And listen, I don't have no interest in trashing that cat with all the shit that he did. Me myself, y'all can go at him all you want. I don't give a fuck. Because he called himself on it, but that's not the big problem. Go ahead, Mayat Salaki.
You hit it all, sir. It just make me think. I want to give a shout out to Captain Yatazak of Houston. I mean, Yatazak of Houston. So I saw an interview with Yatazak he did with Knock TV, and he broke down how him and a ton of them brothers from Houston, like they was all in different little religious groups, Egyptology, a few of the Christians, a few into this, a few into that, and they would battle each other over the Bible, and would watch us and listen to our videos, and would watch other people, and then one day it just came to all of them. Yatazak said, damn near at the same time, within the same couple of days, like, man, we need some knowledge. Who do we go to? Them ISUP cats, they the hardest I've ever seen with the truth. And they all came in the truth around the same time. And I remember that time. I didn't know that story, but I remember we got a whole crew of brothers from Houston that came into the truth, man. And Captain Kahan went down there to nurture them brothers, man. And now Captain Yatazak is a mighty warrior in the ISUPK, man. And all them brothers down in Houston, man. And comment and give up white Jesus. And they came into the truth, man, made the truth strong. You understand? The mercy from the Lord. And that's why I can't understand these cats. Like you said, it must be some delusion of power, some delusion of their deviancy I really don't know. You probably had to teach me, John. I don't know what it is when these cats be over a bunch of men, got all these problems and these deviances, knowing they ain't worthy. You understand? And won't let go. Like what? I don't know what's making them not let go. Like, okay, I'm fucked up. I do these shits. I repent. I cry to the Lord every night. Nobody knows. But I love these brothers that I call my brothers that I say I love. At least I'm gonna push them to the right path. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give them up to Commander General Yohana, because I'm messed up. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why they don't do that. It's like I'm still in a betwixt.
It's the demon.
Well,
a lot of them brothers get seduced by demons. They go in them group. They already in a group with that's dysfunctional, and so they just surmise to themselves that they could make it better.
Right.
They was in charge, and then the demon carried them in, and then they do it. Then when they get in charge, that's when they find out that this is real, and now they stuck up in it, and now they just hide the evil that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Hide it for as long as they can until the Lord bring the shit out. Then it's usually too late.
Yeah.
I
thank the Most High, bro. I can tell you how he showed me a long time ago through all type of visions that this was the truth and ain't nothing else the truth. You know what I'm saying? So all I can do is try to convince brothers and show them. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I was a young man, and I remember candy canes when they first broke off. A lot of them was brothers I loved, General. You know what I'm saying? And I know how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Brothers that raised me up. Bubble Eye Blackfish raised me up, man. Mafia was another real like a little father to me under you and under the generals. Yeah. And so these was brothers I loved that followed that damn Tazadaki and went left. And I remember I ran into him one day and he said, what'd he say? He said, Mayak, he said, where you been, man? Why don't you come on in? I said, come on. I can't do that. That ain't the same place we was raised in. He said, I know. He said, just come back and join the department. Just join the department and ignore all the evil. I said, I ain't that type of man. I said, I can't be sitting in here when Satan and demons is everywhere and I just ignore it and not do nothing. You understand? I said, listen, I roll with Commander General Yohana. I said, I done tried the spirit, brother. You know what I'm saying? And I know, I know this is the answer. This is what it is. Now, I don't know how I can convince him. You know what I'm saying? But I knew where I was at. You know what I'm saying? Slocky.
Can I add something to what you're saying, Mike? That's so heavy.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, Mark. This is so what you said is so heavy and so sad in this respect. The whole reason he was trying to tell you to come back in and just join the department is because he knows what the brotherhood was like before that bullshit went on.
God.
So he really trying to tell you, come on back and let's try to have this brotherhood again. That's why he said, where you been? Because he knew what it was. And he loved it the way it was. But it got weaponized against him.
Yeah.
So now he done turned around and done took on that garbage. But he still want that good thing he was getting when he was in the truth.
God.
But he in this now. So now he want you to come get into this with him. And then y'all still be able to have your brotherhood when, like you said, the type of man that gave him that brotherhood is not the type of man to join that bullshit.
God.
That ain't the same kind of man. You understand? He went and joined it, but that ain't what we would go and join.
Right.
What he should be doing is what he should have did was left that and got in the brotherhood with you.
That's right.
And that's where it came from.
Got in the one gun.
And that's why it was such a damn horrible mistake. I wanted to get what somebody else said I wanted to pull out. Oh man, who was it? Somebody made a statement that was heavy. I missed it, y'all. Salaki for whoever made it. I was gonna bring it out. It's somewhere in the comments, but I can't find it right now. But yeah, so that's basically what happened, and it's just a dirty mess. The UPK is the only place where this truth stands. You
That's
understand?
right, sir.
And I'm telling you right now, I don't give a damn who don't like me. I don't give a damn how you feel about me. I don't give a damn about what you think about me. I'm no need to clap, because I'm dead serious about this here at the water though. I don't give a damn about that. You understand? I care about this. This is my life's work. These are brothers belong to Yahushua. And made my peace. I'm ready to die for. And I'm never gonna change. You could try whatever you want to try, short of death, and I'm never gonna stop doing what I'm doing. And brother, the same goes for all the brothers that's in here. Like, this is how we ride, and this is how we got to ride. Because if not, these guys like that will be in charge of this. Guys like Tahar would have been in charge. Guys like Tazadakia, and they would have destroyed this nation. That with their greed and their lust and their evil, they would have destroyed this nation. And there'd be nothing left of us, man. There'd be nothing left of us. So the hell with them. You want real brotherhood, let them come in here with you, Maya. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
Because we sure ain't going nowhere else. And I pray every brother realize that. And because these groups, with these brothers over them, are dragging these brothers into the ground. Brother told me today that he went and looked up Tahar because of what went on before. He finds the latest tape of Tahar, him and one brother, this Benjamite brother that been with him since the beginning. These two idiots sitting there talking about some nonsense that nobody knows what the hell they talking about. Like two crazy old men talking about something on a goddamn tape by themselves. But meanwhile, this cat had huge camps out there teaching them to molest little girl, that they could rape a 9-year-old girl. You understand? Which, it's just ridiculous. Teaching them that they could get a white girl. Teaching them that there was nothing wrong with buying prostitutes. Remember, this is what he was teaching.
Yeah.
And once again, because of it, that's how you got Zachary. Once again, that's why Matthew and them wrote down the pedigree of Christ. It was that important that he put it in the first chapter. It was that important. You understand? You cannot disrespect the pedigree of the Most High, even if you don't like the person that's in charge. You got no choice. You understand? I don't expect everybody to like me. Just don't get in my fucking way. We won't have no problem. You know what I'm saying? Get in my way. Me and these great brothers that's with me, we going on to build this kingdom of the Lord and do what the Lord said right. And that's it. We're going to lay up our folly ground. We're going to forgive each other for sins. We're going to, turn away from evil. We're going to uplift the Most High and follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. I pray all of you come down to the Passover this April 12th, Atlanta, Georgia. We about to light it up. You understand? Pastor Troy, China Monet, and all the badass brothers that's coming through. Shaw, I think, is on. He rocks every year. Of course, Akkad, Taha War. Who else gonna be up there? Oh man, he got the baddest, one of the baddest songs out there. Man, I love that song. He got Brotherhood is a Weapon. Woo! That song, boy, that shit cut to you. When you having a hard day, get you a nice tea and some brandy and put Nakawan salt on. You're gonna be brand new. You gonna sip that brandy, you gonna come back, you gonna be ready, like on top of it. Like these brothers operating in the Holy Spirit. And like I brought out yesterday, that you want to know what the Holy Spirit is. The Holy Spirit is the zeal that comes on brothers, that brothers stand up with to do the will of the Most High. And you're not to blaspheme that. And it's all throughout the UPK, all throughout the generals, captains, officers. They all speaking in the Holy Spirit when they speaking, when they teaching, when they on the street. That's the Holy Spirit coming out. And it's cutting the hell out of a lot of people. And it's supposed to do that because it's what the Lord wants. So don't you dare blaspheme it, man, when you see them brothers doing that.
That's right.
Because you blaspheme, because the Lord said those sins will never be forgiven. You better watch what the hell you doing when it comes to that. This is the greatest place on earth that anybody could be at. And I'm not saying it because I'm in charge. I said it when I was living in a tenement paying $300 a month. And brothers had to bring me rice and corned beef hash to feed myself. I still knew it was the greatest place on earth back then. And I say the same thing today. Stick with the ISUPK. Pay your tithes, fam. Y'all know. 10% of your funds. Drop it. Go to ISUPK.com. Drop them funds up in here. I want to thank the heavy hitters in the building with me. General Martha Alakar, give it up for General Hazayan. Give it up for General Muhammad to be back next week, Lord alive. Officer Marab, Officer Yediah, Officer, we got Barack up in the building. Officer Ibah, y'all, and Officer Mutum, y'all. We got a hell of a crew up in here, diligently running this studio and holding us down. Big shout out also to Captain Mashak Mayan and Officer Napataza, and Officer Tabawan also holding us down, putting the stories together, man, and everybody else that contributes to getting the word of the Lord out, man. I hope to see y'all Passover. I love you all, brothers and sisters. Y'all hang up in there, man. Shalom.
Hey, shalom, Israel. ISUPK presents the Lord's 56th annual Passover going down right here in Atlanta, Georgia. We got a whole bunch of events lined up for y'all, including the annual lamb slaughter. You already know. Then it's the Hebrew Academy trial. Oh, boy. Next, we got the children's party. Then, you know, we got General Muhammad's scripture breakdown class and the Hebrew Academy graduation. The Lord's 56th annual Passover. Pay your Passover fee. It's only $200 to get all these exclusive events. Real black culture. The generals in attendance, and the stage is set. It's going down. April the 12th in Atlanta, Georgia. This event is only for the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indigenous people. We got a week full of events from April the 9th and the 13th. But remember, you got to pay that Passover fee. It's only $200 to get every event exclusively. Here's the itinerary for the Lord's 56th annual Passover. April the 9th is the annual lamb slaughter. April the 10th is the kids party. At 7 p.m. later that night, General Muhammad's scripture breakdown class. April the 11th, the Hebrew Academy graduation. Later that night at 8 p.m. is the all-black party. April the 12th is the Lord's 56th annual Passover. April the 13th is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. $200, 17 years or older, pay your Passover fee. See you in Atlanta, Israel. Shalom.